He always tells me that I always stand in the sun and she stands in the shade.
So we are here inside the main part or the first part of what we called it El Karnak Temple. Back again, I would like to clear the information because it's very hard to understand the story. The oldest part of the temple, it is the deepest part, so deep inside. This part here is a new part. Every king come to rule the Egypt add something. So if we start the temple from here, so they started 2,200 years BC. 2,000 years BC, we have another king, another dynasty, so they add things in front of it. 1700 years BC, they add another part. 1300 years BC, they add another part. 10th century BC, they add another part. So the last one we see in front of us now, it is the most modern part in the temple. But it is modern when we talk about 2,500 years ago. It is related back to the 5th and the 6th century BC, 552. We were lucky. I'm sorry to use this term, of course. Some people, especially guys, when they hear me say lucky, they stand against me. We as Egyptologists, we need to be open-minded. We are studying history already. It is things had been done 3,000 and 2,000 years ago. So we are not here to judge, but we are here to understand. So anything, opening our mind to see things and understand the things by a better way, we are lucky that we discovered it. We are lucky that we have it. So every bad event, it doesn't matter how bad it is so bad in its own time. But after 100 years, if you try to study it, you will find some benefit out of it, some advantage out of it. That's why I train myself as an Egyptologist to see the advantage and disadvantage of everything. And I'm not here to judge, I'm here to understand and explore. So that's why I'm not against the Persian who came to invade Egypt. They came to invade Egypt because Egypt was a weak country. They came to invade Egypt to open the eyes of the Egyptian for something they don't know. I'm not against the visit of Abraham to Egypt. He came to open our eyes and our heart to see the truth. I'm not against that the Israelites was in Egypt for 400 years and they were sometime of these 400 years slaves. They had to be slaves because one of them will be later the builder of the temple of God. So by this way, I could understand things by a better way. So that's why I'm saying we were lucky that is those invaders came to invade Egypt in that certain period, which is 552. By this way, the work stopped. Why I'm saying that? Take a look behind you. When the work stopped, everything stopped. The workers now, they do something else. They are not working and building the temple anymore. And that's why they left everything as it is. And we are so lucky back again because Egypt has a very dry and hard weather. So no much rain. And that's why those mud breaks survived for 2,500 years. And those mud breaks showing us the story I was explaining yesterday to my friend Jerry, how they are pushing the stones all the way up. So they are building the building here, as you see, and then next to the building, attached to it, leaning on it, we have ramps made out of mud breaks, and they are pushing the stones on those ramps all the way up. And then when they finish building the building, they remove the mud break from up to down and start to polish it and start to put the reliefs. We are lucky that is something like that happened, or we will never know how this one have been built. Let me be honest and open mind with you. Now we have a lot of documentary movie had been done by a very, very respectable channels like Discovery Channel, National Geographic Channel. National Geographic Channel and Discovery Channel, they don't have their own agenda. They just helping people to show their theory. And everyone take responsibility of what he is saying. It is his own responsibility. That's why we have some people saying that the pyramids have been built by aliens, outer space. People are coming from Mars. Other ones saying, no, the whole pyramids and the whole Egyptian civilization had been built by the people of Atlantis. And the secrets of the Atlantis and the missing continent and the missing civilization is still hidden inside the Sphinx till today. And really, they are searching inside the Sphinx for a hidden room, could have the gospel, the scrolls of paper, which is giving us the whole story of the Atlantis missing continent. I'm lucky that this invasion happened, so we could see the mud break. No aliens will use a mud break to build the stones like that, right? It's an Egyptian human way. It's a human being way. So we were lucky that something like that happened to make us understand. This part where we are now, it was in a front of the temple and not including in the temple in the 10th century. We say back, when we go back to the history, when we go deep inside the temple, we go to the oldest part and we leave the modern part behind.